The latest, Screaming for Vengeance.
Thank you. It's a real pleasure. We hope to have platinum next time, I think, don't you? Yeah. Thank you very much indeed.
First thing I would like to say, Rob, is cheers.
Thank you.
Congratulations on the double gold presentation tonight. Better drink to that one.
Well, why not? 7th or the 8th, or was it the 10th? 7th?
It's the thing to do. Were you expecting at all to have a gold album for Screaming for Vengeance?
No, that was a complete surprise. We didn't know until... Well, I knew a little earlier on. I do have my sources. But it was very much a surprise. I mean, to get 2 gold albums at one presentation is quite... very pleasing. It gives you a nice warm feeling inside, you know.
It's interesting to me that you mixed this album in Miami as opposed to many of the other albums which I believe were done in the UK.
Yeah, we're in a situation in England right now with the tax thing that if we did record there, we would get like more than a big chunk taken out of the actual cost of putting it over the counter. I think a lot of people may be aware or unaware that you take an album, you segment it off as to who gets what. The taxman takes the biggest chunk usually.
Well, if anything, in Miami you learned a few things like Russian roulettes.
Yes, I'm a connoisseur of the naughty alcohol. Yes, I do. I do tend to explore all the possibilities.
Imbibe a little.
Imbibe is probably the politest word to discuss my accident head-on collisions that I have with the demon booze, which is, as we know, can be pretty bad, but I'm in reasonable control.
What exactly is a Russian roulette?
A Russian roulette is served in a bourbon shot type glass with there's vodka, of course, vodka my favourite drink. Also Jack Daniels, whatever. What else is there in there? Oh, there's a lot of white spirit, so when you look at it, it looks like water. Very deceiving. Nitroglycerin is probably the closest similarity. Then it's topped off with a very sort of nice cocktail touch of a piece of lemon, which is then covered with sugar, and then the whole thing is set alight by some probably propane fuel they put in racing cars or rockets, you know. And then you throw it down your neck, and your first response is... what was all that all about, you know? I mean, was it really worth it? I mean, all this big spectacle that took place in constructing a drink, you know. But then 5 minutes later, you have something like that happens in a cartoon where your head expands this way and that way, and you do 3 backflips and land upside down. You know.
Let me pull something out, and I have to go to a note to get this. A Rob Halford quote written recently up in one of the various music press. You said that a heavy metal concert, is a raw, primitive, basic human requirement.
Without going too deeply into it, but the whole element of the, if you will, the therapeutic quality of what heavy metal provides for people, I think is a great amount of release, and it is a very basic, raw environment that you're working with when you're out on that stage.
I can understand the therapeutic value of a Judas Priest concert, but the strange thing is that it seems to take the fans about 3 days to get over the therapy.
It must be, yes, I sometimes wonder about that, because we are a sort of an after effect type of band. It does take a city a few days to recover when we've left, and yet we go on and do it night after night.